It's a 16-star showdown. I invited everyone.
You better not miss it. Now who's ready to play? All right, and welcome back to the 16-star showdown match number 2 today. We got Group Y coming in hot, and with that, I believe it is Slippery Nip, Thomcar, Trey Bordeaux, Fixia 6. We have JJ, SRL, and Bizarrescape all in this group, and it's going to be really, really good matches. We had some great matches earlier. Really surprising how much difficulty we had in some of the later parts of the races. Maybe not so much of the stars themselves, but the Bowser stages and BLJs and stuff are pretty crazy already today. So I'm excited to see what we've got going on in this second group here, Group Y. And joining me in the commentating booth is going to be Badronis. How you doing, man? Glad you could be here.
Hey, thank you. I'm happy to be here too. And as you said, Group Y looking stacked. I was trying to think of some Y pun, but it'll have to come later. So we got Slip, as you said. I was commentating Tom Carr's earlier group, and he was looking insane. Like, just the level of movement from him is like so much improved from what I remember. And he's like able to like pull off like Tsukushima and lots of swag strats and stuff. Really fun to watch. Trey Bordeaux, massive PB semi recently. Physics on the rise. JJ super consistent. Bizarre PB'd pretty recently also. Really no weak links in the group. I think like you could look at Bizarrescape maybe and say he's the least likely to get out, but everyone here is a very accomplished 16 runner, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. We've gotten to that stage of the tournament. Really, just the second stage, honestly, is all it took, and we've got just stacked races, and they've been so good. They've been so good. I'm so ready to get into this. Thomcar, the only one not live today, so we'll be a recording. No big deal. Recorded him yesterday. Actually, a little disadvantage, I think, coming out from the pre-recordeds. Towards the end of the 99 minutes, you will see, the runners kind of understand what time they probably have to beat. It's been, I think, right at 16 minutes for the second round. And, but Tom Carr doesn't have that if he's doing pre-recorded. So he's just bopping out the best time he can. And so no advantages here, only disadvantages for the pre-recordeds. So we'll see how that goes. Pretty interesting. But everyone else is live. So pretty nice group.
Yep.
All right, with that, I think we're going to get started. Everybody's ready, going to give the countdown to these runners. All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, good luck to all the runners if they get their resets in. I'll give just a moment for stream to catch up here.
Let's go.
Reset the timer. All right, perfect. And we're off. 99 minutes is going to be the time frame that they have. Lifetime attack format. It is the Markinator 99 16-star showdown, and it is going to be incredible. Lifetime attack means they can do unlimited resets within the time frame. We will not stop them once the time is out, but they will not be able to reset anymore. So whatever time they finish with will be it. Those will be the final runs once the time is out. And we have some pretty hot syncs coming in from the intro screen here. But I'm really excited to see this group. Slippery Nip, obviously, probably the favorite coming out here. Tom Carr, number 1 seed in his group. I think that was the group with GTM in it. And so GTM ended up dropping out. Tom Carr taking that first seed. See what he can do here. But like you said, Tom Carr, Trey Bordeaux, Fixius, JJ, Bizarre, like all of them perfectly capable of qualifying.
All right, let's see the first lactus skips we've got. Was everyone getting in? So pretty nice. Now, in a scenario like this, everyone's going to be doing LBLJ, no question about it. And you're probably going to reset if you miss it even once. Maybe not the first time if you want to get a no reset going. But it looks like we've got a couple guys in here. Tom Carr not. That's okay.
Ooh.
Slip, Trey Bordeaux, JJ getting in.
Yeah, Fixius, a little speedy going past. Got to get in there.
Looks
Yes.
like Slip's taking it a bit easy to begin with, going for a normal shig cycle. I think it's kind of nice to start off at a comfortable baseline and then maybe ramp up later. Get a first run completed as early as possible. I think that's a good strategy.
Yeah, I
Actually
think
going
so.
for Shio. Never mind. Still pretty good.
Yeah, nice cycle from Slippery. I believe that seems to be a really good strat here, is to finish out something decent, you know, beginning, and at least you've seen the entire stage, and people who've been able to bump up their times from that initial run is actually quite a bit, and the runners who can't get anything going until the very end, it kind of typically stays that way, so getting some early runs definitely beneficial.
Yeah. Plus, when you get toward the end, it's like we really only have one chance to complete a run, and then you might be more cutthroat about resets. When if it's early on, you know, you don't know what you're going for yet, so most runs are probably serviceable until a certain point.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, until the end, and you know what times you have to beat. You know, definitely expect to see a lot of runs make it through, at least the star portion of the run, unless something crazy happens. Yeah, Slippery making it through Dark World pretty easy. It looks like
They
Fixius
either
did.
died or something. I didn't catch what happened with your boy Trey Bordeaux.
Yeah, probably easily could have been a death, Dark World and all. But yeah, Fixius, Slippery. It's kind of a two-man race right now.
33% LBLJ and Dark World success for the first race. Okay, we got some salty action. Very nice from Slip. You gotta think Slip's almost a shoe-in to make it through, but you still gotta execute. That's good to see.
Yeah,
Fish
exactly.
double jump. Oh, triple jump Alice. He was going for the uh, the fence clip sort of method that you typically see with the double jump Alice, but he just used that to get up there for triple jump anyway. The movement that Slip just did there with the speed kick.
Ooh, nice.
Big jump.
Yeah, actually going into Owlus with a good amount of speed will give you a little more height on the wall kick, so maybe make it a little easier. Yeah, Fixius, nice cannonless from him. Yeah, Slippery Neb first run, just killing it right here. Single jump. Yeah, like it's butter. Slippery Neb on a roll.
What if this is the PB that he hasn't been able to get for months? Who knows? It could happen right now.
It could. We actually had a 15 pace from Ouija. Or 14 pace from Ouija coming into bits. And went for cast long jump, didn't make it. And it ended the 14, but still pulled out a 15. It was insane. So yeah, Slippery Nip definitely could do the same.
I saw Ouija was practicing the new Koopa raise strat after that, so I only tuned in after that run happened. But if you've seen that arc video, it looks so fun when you do the slide off the mountain. It's super cool.
Yeah.
I recommend it. Even if you don't run 120, just learn how to do that for fun. You'll enjoy it. All right, nice Tomo plus. Back to the game.
Ooh. Yeah, that was good. I mean, Mario's a great party trick, so yeah, learning all the cool stuff.
For sure. I always take my N64 to a party.
You're just hoping there's one already there, kind of. Oh man, at this party, I'm going to show off my skills. He said he had an N64. I brought my cartridge. It's personalized.
Now they don't have a CRT, and then you look.
Oh yeah.
Silly.
Oh yeah, you got like
Happens to me
delay
all the time.
HDMI. Or worse,
What's
they
it
had the
called? I
Switch
actually
version.
Did have someone I lived with had an N64. And I'm like, oh, I speedrun Mario, and he's like, oh, really? So he put it on the TV, but it was just like one of these giant LCD screens, and it was like half a second input lag or something like that. I was like, oh, this looks horrible. Can't even show any cool stuff. I can do cannonless. How's that?
That is true. That does happen. Top gaming, what is it? Not merchandise. It's not gaming merchandise, but equipment. Like, you gotta have the right equipment to speedrun properly. That's for sure. A little underappreciated how much work some people go through to get the proper setup going.
Especially in Europe, where your typical CRT is only 50 hertz instead of 60.
Oh,
For, like,
yeah.
how
Must be awful. Good reg from
I
Slippery.
think is good though. Yeah, so Slip's still playing well. Tangents aside, Fixix is also in Lethal Lava Land. So 2 good runs. Side hop. Ooh, he's hopping and he's bopping.
And he's siding and hopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Slippery Nip. Haven't seen any sort of mistakes so far.
JJ almost died on plus there. He's gonna survive, but gonna take a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
big time loss.
We'll back up. Oh, Slippery Nip not making it up the volcano. Okay, does land back. A couple
That's
coins for some health.
unfortunate.
Not the biggest deal, but it's going to ruin the really clean run. Maybe you can't make the squeegee noise when you rub your finger against it anymore.
I was watching Slip do some practice a few days ago, maybe like a week ago, and he was saying he was seriously considering dropping the pro ending of Lava Boost. It seems like the pro boost combined with the ending definitely makes it one of the hardest stars in 16, even for the most practiced runners.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, super precise. Lava mechanics coming in hot as well. Slippery Nip get a side hop. But yeah, lava mechanics going up that lava. I mean, the lava fall has its own mechanics in general as far as where you can burn. Lots and lots of practice. Yeah, Fixius looking really good. His timer is only a couple seconds behind Slip, and it's like got the same star count.
Yeah,
They're
really
pretty
good run
even.
for him.
Ooh,
I think
nice.
like a world record level Lethal Lava Land exit is like 8:15 or something. So Slip's not too far off of that, and I think Physics, if you look at him, he's going to get a very similar exit. Probably a good run. I think his timer just went from green to red like 3 seconds before he faded out, so close to PB pace even.
Yeah, we've seen PBs here multiple times already. A couple in the first round. On Sunday, we saw the first quarterfinals match. Spinner PB'd final race. I actually retweeted the last like 2 minutes of it because it was so crazy. But yeah, PB'd got a 15:40 something. It was great. Yeah, PBs are not off the table here.
Indeed.
But hour 30 left. These runners do have some time to play with as of right now. But we're seeing a couple runners make it out of basement here, or at least getting close. Slippery Nip, Fixius, now JJ.
Yeah, JJ did fail side hop a bit though, so I think this is going to be a pretty ropey run for him. But knowing JJ, he's quite consistent, and I think I would look to him as being more likely to finish runs than some other 16 runners who are kind of the reset monkey type. So
I'm a reset monkey
luck for
type for
JJ.
sure. I can sympathize. Oh, JJ taking a burn. We talked about him.
If you come from Sunshine, you're probably conditioned to not be so impulsive when you have to watch like a 6-minute intro every time.
That's probably true. A little more conditioning on the no resets. Or just, not like great beginnings. You don't need perfect beginnings. They can get in your head.
They say that perfect is the enemy of the good. It's kind of like an odd phrase, but it's got a meaning.
It does. It does. Could definitely cloud your vision, maybe. Slippery Nip.
And,
No cloud of vision on this MIPS clip. Or grab.
Pretty good run.
Yeah, I was looking at like, that was like a 10:30 exit, maybe 10:2x. Didn't fully see. Yeah, definitely 15. Fixius also about the same pace, really.
Sub 11. I remember when that was like insane pacer, getting into DDD under 11 minutes, and it's still a pretty good run. Oh, Physics missing the second door clip here twice, actually. That's gonna put a damper on things a little bit. But still a very good run from him. Nice to see him pretty much keep pace with Slip this whole time. Like,
Yeah.
Slip's out here, lead in the pack, but we have, I guess, Physics is technically 4th seed, coming in pretty hot behind him. on his heels. And here's the front sub for Slip. No chip clip.
Just
But
easy.
able to get that.
Yeah, easy for Slip. I think about 15 seconds behind Fixius. So we'll see. It didn't have a great MIPS clip. Definitely lost some time. But jumping into DDD, I think it was about 15 off. Fire C. What do you got? Pole glitch on the plate, but didn't jump off. I think hit A like a frame too early.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see a kind of weaker early cycle.
Yeah, the elevator's a little higher than normal.
Triple jump wall kick maybe. Still just able to get that nice rob to get the speed back up for that long jump.
Yeah.
Tight spacing there. Oh, going for the one burn.
It works.
One burn saves like so little.
Yeah.
Where it's actually pretty risky for that time save.
I always kind of looked at it as more of like, you know, you're not definitely gonna die if you touch Bowser. Like,
Yeah.
I think that peace of mind might be pretty good.
Got to get back up this elevator here. He's already missed the first early cycle. He's gonna fall down again. This is not good for Fixius.
Yeah.
Fixius.
It's like I think it's Fixius, like 6.
Fixius.
Like Fixius. Fixius 6.
Gotcha.
It's like,
Fixius.
yeah, that's a cool name. I actually like it. It reminds me of like there's a movie, the Ridiculous 6. I always think of that. Oh, he falls and jumps down back to the second.
Yeah, that's not good.
Whatever.
Oh boy. We'll see if he wants to continue.
Yeah. Yeah, second
If
level.
he's not dying, it seems like he will. Is that a Western, by the way? Because I feel like there's so many like Westerns with that kind of thing.
Yes,
Like
it is.
style, like Seven Samurai originally, but then Westerns like the Magnificent Seven and all that.
It's a comedy. Yeah, it's like a Western comedy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Slippery Nip, really good first BLJ. Kept the speed and went right over the stairs. It's really nice. Oh, insta clip on the second and in the hole too.
I thought he'd screwed up his setup by that ground pound or whatever, but immediately caught on.
Yeah, that he did. We're looking 15-20-ish.
This is gaming. I believe we used time in the last segment. I know that was a much better paced run, but it was like a 15-28, something like that. So
yeah, I
could
think
hop
so.
it on run number 1.
Yeah, Bop Ouija on the first run.
Roomba?
Not too bad. But what?
Ooh, no way! He just dove over the edge that he needed to roll out on, and that is gonna be crushing.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at that as like just a guaranteed top 3, you can just rest easy, and now he's gonna have to get like a low 16 and then keep playing for a better run. That might get in your head.
Could get in the head. That's true. Like that you're going for like the fastest ending there. Kind of like you're talking about like the one burn on Fire C. He's going for like, you know, a handful of frames faster there. And when you roll out on that railing there, you're playing with some fire. And Slippery Nip got burned, unfortunately. As he, no fear, just does it again. I think he was still holding A on the first one, because normally like you hit A and you let go and hit B, you'll go like down, but if you're still holding A, you go forward a little bit. So it seemed like that had something to do with it. All right, Slippery Nip still pulling out a low 16 though. If he can just hit these throws, that's 2.
Very, very nice. Such a clean run. There's only a few things to actually point out that he messed up. 16-13?
There really was. With the death at the very end of bits, you're still getting a 16-13. Like, there's... That was a low 15 easy. That was like a 15-15 probably.
Yeah. And look at Fixius. Like, Fixius. There we go. He's possibly getting a 16 as well. Fixius 6 getting a 16.
Yes, lots of X's. What was it? 16 what for slip? 15? It was
Yeah,
close.
maybe.
Chat, throw it in there. What was it? Give me the
Ooh,
exact
Fix
time.
is not gonna get it.
Yeah, Fixius needing the last throw is not going to hit the 16, unfortunately, but low 17. 16-13,
Okay.
that's what it was. Thank you, chat.
Respectable.
Good chat. Now we'll see 17:05 maybe. Oh, timer stopped for a moment. 17:06. Looked like it caught back up. Just a little internet. So not bad times to have on the board so far. What are we looking at as far as the other runners finishing? Trey Bordeaux.
I mean, JJ's in Sky right now.
Oh yeah, JJ. It's
Looking to get a 16. Slot right in between Slip and Fixius.
Oh, the timer's not right. My bad. Sorry about that. JJ still in bits though.
All right.
Fix that
one.
timer.
Did you know that JJ actually has the second best PB in this group?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's
26.
yeah. I think if I remember correctly, he did kind of have a not so great first round, and so yeah, that doesn't surprise me actually. Oh, I got the timer on there. 16:36. Mess with the timer a little bit more. Not bad from JJ, taking the second place spot with that. Very nice.
Pretty solid. You might want to add fix this time also.
Yeah.
Not bad start.
All right, chat. You gotta start posting times. There's a lot of stuff going on. You gotta start helping me out here. Trey Bordeaux on the screen. Let's see what Trey's got. BLJ's. All right, thank you, Ghost Strike. Thank you so much.
I was watching there's like an all women's 16 tournament going on kind of at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this a little bit while I was eating dinner, and one of the racers just got like insane BLJs on both staircases, just like first trip up the main stairs and then like first BLJ caught on the second staircase or something. It was ridiculous. I'm like, why can't I get that?
That never happens to
It
me.
was cracked.
Yeah, the BLJs are a massive part of 16 star. If you can get early ones, on both stairs, it's massive. Trey Bordeaux basically doing that. Couple long jumps, but about as good as you can ask for.
You could still thread the needle in the second, for sure.
Oh no!
Not like that.
That was funny. That was a funny mistake. Just dove straight off. But that is tragic.
Kind of similar to Slip. Just a big old jump dive.
Yeah, but with that, we got Bizarrescape.
229 looking like a 0-star run. It's a 12, by the way.
Yeah, it is supposed to be a 12.
No, I'm not saying if I was just making a joke. But yeah, Bizarre on a pretty decent run, it seems. I don't know what final pace this is, but maybe 15 possible.
Yeah. Perhaps about 2 minutes, I think, from like exiting the stage for like a really good ending.
The Fire Ski also takes longer than you think, so that's gonna be like 13.
It'll be close. It'll be right around 16, I think.
15:55 something.
Yeah.
Anyway, his PB is 16:04, so we can just call that PB pace.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, Bizarrescape might need to PB in order to move on. We saw it on Sunday, but the last race we had a low 16, so if he could just get close, that might be enough. 16:13, I believe, from Benji was the qualifying time.
You see, Benji got denied partner again. This is like his 8th
What?
application or something.
That I don't know why. That he constantly has enough viewers. I don't know why they would deny him.
I wonder if they got like an angry letter from headquarters like, "You've partnered too many Mario runners. Gotta stop.
Maybe.
Lay off the Mario."
Yeah.
They're like, "But they all have viewers. They're meeting the requirements.
This
Look at
Tim.
this kid. He's cracked." He's like,
Look at him. He's cracked. That was pretty good. All right, we got Bizarrescape BLJs. Is he cracked? He's a little cracked. Didn't quite get all the way cracked.
He's baked.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, good movement up the stairs.
All right. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Close to PB pace. I'm gonna say not quite, but this is a good run. This could even be like first, maybe.
If this is a good
That would be
bits, I
tough,
think so.
Imagine that.
Ooh, okay. No, not too bad. That's like an elevator
What a
cycle.
camera angle here. Doing like a full 180 flip with the camera angle.
Yeah. I think the elevator cycle is like, what, 1 second, 1.5 seconds each, so...
Yeah, so I've
Yeah,
heard
it
like
didn't-
1.3.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, that feels like a bit fast. I usually think of it as 1.5. Oh no! Oh, what a save! He actually just kept on jumping and was able to conserve enough speed to kick. That is a really good reaction for Bizarrescape.
Yeah.
Can you get the wall kick? And he
Oh.
completes the back up there. Skipping the ledge grab, not something you see people attempt very often.
Yeah, really good after that initial fall. Killing the
Like to see
Goomba.
him go on the other side of the Goomba, but played it safe.
Yeah, just wanting to finish it out here. Putting a time on the board is definitely good early on. Could pull out a 16 Bop Fixius real quick. Maybe you get close to JJ. We'll see, but that's too far left. Yeah.
I thought that might have hit still, but unfortunately, you're right. Just barely missed.
It was, yeah, it could have like clipped the toenail of Bowser or something. That might hit. Oh, that one missed too.
Robbed again. Mamma mia moment.
Let's see if another one can go. So Bowser didn't have to break a
There we go.
tile, so that miss didn't take up as much time.
Yeah, I know it depends on like where he lands back on the stage, but I don't know like what circumstances that happens in because
I think it's where you
happens
fall.
pretty rarely.
Yeah, I think it's where you fall. If where he jumps back up, there's a tile there, he'll break it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like based off of like where you throw him off the stage, like whether that will happen or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But that's gonna be 3 throws for Bizarre. We're going to see what he gets. Low 7 Fixius Bop is not gonna happen.
Very close.
Yeah. Well, we'll call it 1708, so we stopped the timer. It looked like, could have been 07, but 08, we'll call it.
Yeah, wasting no time getting into the next run, though. It's pretty good to see. We have 4 runs already on the board, and we've been live maybe half an hour. So these guys are moving. And we were still looking for Trey Bordeaux and Tom Carr. Trey Bordeaux nearly finished one in Sky, and just, he did that jump dive on that triple jump dive cycle area.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Whatever. Slip here. That's the current pace. I love that movement where you kind of cut across the boulder on the right side. I haven't seen many people do it that way, but it seems like a little bit faster.
I was messing with the leaderboard. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Oh, that's fine.
But yeah, a lot of optimizations to kind of zoom in on with these 16-star runners. Kind of talked about it a little bit last race, but we'll see it here. Clips up. Like, he didn't fall onto that platform. He clipped up to the platform. That saves like half a second every time. So little things like that, I mean, just adding up all throughout the run.
Runners are so good at double jump powerless. Like, I feel like I remark this all the time, but I can... it didn't feel like very long ago where it was a shock to see someone go for it and get it. Now it's like the norm for anyone with a 15. They just run up there, get a firstie, and then they get the star.
Yeah, it's so many things have become somewhat standard recently. Just optimizations. People really pushing the boundaries of this game. I mean,
Yeah.
they're getting into it.
It's always when you think that, when we're running out of steam, people, find some creative angle to save a little bit more time. It kind
Yeah.
of shows you, like, Mario has been run for so long, and I would say you've got to have, like, more people have put in 1,000 hours into this game than any other speedrun. Like,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of, like, total quantity of people putting in that amount of time. Just goes to show you, like, how far, like, just about any other game could go, too. Where, you think it's already solved. I mean, some like Mario Bros. 1 are solved, but, you know,
Yeah, 2D games a
never
little
failed
different.
to push the boundaries is what I'm getting at.
Exactly. Yeah, with 3D games, it's virtually endless. I mean, it's insane how little things can cost time. Yeah, slippery nip. Really good pace. Did was that 11-minute entry? Is that 11:20 now and is like already at the sub almost?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I've been a bit
Similar
on my
pace.
tangents today, so I wasn't paying attention. But
Same. Yeah. I mean,
seems
we're a
good.
little early in. Yeah, really nice. Showing everyone how it's done.
Literally going for double jump side hop there. Which is basically impossible,
And
by the way. It's like, you could grind it for an hour and get it like twice.
Trey Bordeaux actually, I think, just got Fly Guy-less. I didn't see the actual thing, but I saw him like jumping up the side of the pyramid like you do.
Alright, well, let's see Slip here. He did get the pole glitch and get off the pole this time. So looking to be a better run than last time even, and that last one was still on really good pace till he died.
Jeez.
Ultimate cycle. Nice. Ooh, Dust.
Didn't
Still
matter.
makes it.
Yeah, I got really close to that wall you saw. He kind of like zipped around it. He didn't, he almost ran right into it.
Yeah, I felt like he was a bit uncertain about his, like, position, like, in terms of depth. Whether he was going to be too far left or right when he tried to go for that triple jump dive. But made it work. Side flip throw. Saves more than you'd expect.
Yeah, it does. You're closer, and the spin is a bit easier as well. Kind of a twofer there.
For sure.
All right. I appreciate everybody for the follows. I just giving it in. I do appreciate that. If you want to keep up with the action, follow me on Twitter and YouTube as well. All the first round matches are on YouTube. Quick little self promo here before we get into BLJs. Looking to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. One of my big goals as a creator here. I'm at like 100 something on YouTube, so any amount of subscribers would help a lot. N64 content, Mario specifically, as well as all these races, as well as future events. So please consider it. Opening up a tab as Slippery Nip gets these BLJs. We could see a lot more BLJs future in the year if you just subscribe. 1,000 subscribers is monetization.
Let's go. Yeah, I didn't know you were trying to hit that goal, so that's cool to see.
We'll see what we can do.
Go sub. Oh! Almost got the hole-in-one, but overshot just a tad. And what do you know, this is an even better run than the last one. It may be like just about the same pace.
No, you did!
Oh my god, it's these... I don't know, they're the same couple mistakes that all involve like some kind of jump dive off the edge.
Yeah. That's number 3 we've seen today. Second, like the exact same place. A little different, but... Jeez.
But we can see here, Slip still on that Manimo cycle. So the second outing is still looking clean. We'll see if he can grab that mid-15. Even with that death. So pretty clinical right now. So you've been watching every single race. Would you say that Slip might even be the front runner. Like, who would you say has kind of put their like the best foot forward so far in the tournament?
Yeah, I definitely say that Slip is probably the front runner in this group, at least. You know, you're definitely
yeah.
looking at him. Are you asking about the tournament as a whole, or just here?
Yeah.
Slip is about to pull out a
Oh,
nice 15, by the way, like
let's
15-30,
go.
maybe like 35.
Let's go.
So we'll watch what the time is here. But were you just talking about this group here?
I was saying like for the whole tournament, who's been like the most impressive? If you had to kind of predict.
It's been a bit of a tie between like the top runners like Slip, Ouija, Kano. Cheese was pulled out some 15-minute times without basically practicing at all, and I saw him doing some 16 on stream. So he could pull out some surprises, you know, come time. But I've kind of been predicting finalists because anything beyond that, we're gonna see some really, really close times come semis and finals.
So I didn't realize, but Fixius is in the pipe. He's actually on 15 pace right now. Almost PB pace, but not quite. But let's get him on the board here. He could get like a 4x.
Let's see what he's got.
He's spinning so fast. Wow. He's... Oh! The grabs. All right, one more bomb's pretty close. Can he get it? Beautiful.
15.
Third throw.
Yeah.
Yes.
2015s already.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a 4x.
Yes is coming out from Fixius. Knows that he's got
Let's
that 15 time, and it's looking solid. Yeah, 15:48. Yeah, so that's going to put him right in second place, and it's going to be hard to bop him off the top 3, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good qualifying time.
Yes.
You have Trey Bordeaux and Tom Carr into the late game as well. Tom Carr Fire C, Trey Bordeaux DDD.
Yeah, we'll pop over to Trey here. We'll see what's going on. If I could find him. There he is.
It's an aggressive front sub.
Yeah, Trey Bordeaux, I think a number 2 seed here. But I think were you talking about, no, you're talking about JJ earlier. Trey Bordeaux also not having like the best round 1. Kind of taking it easy, so maybe a little underseeded here as well. I know he's like, what, like 15th on the leaderboard? He's something like that. Maybe 20. All right, yeah, Ultimate Cycle showing that he knows what he's got. He knows how to get it done. Has what it takes. He knows what he's got. I guess that's true too.
The runs are so insane today.
Dude, they are. And even in the first round, like, we'd get insane runs to, like, Fire Sea and beyond, and then, like, some crazy tragic thing would happen. We've already seen it, like, 2 or 3 times in bits with deaths and things. But hopefully we can get most of those out of the way and get some really clean ones. Because Trey is on 15 pace. Solid 15 pace, too. This is a little nutty. This is a slip bop.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't know. The tournament just keeps getting better and better. The way you have this bracket, it's like every round just gets hotter and hotter.
It's been fantastic. I've loved it. It's worked out so well. And I'm very curious to see how it even expand out into bigger brackets. People have been joking. They're like, when's the Markinator 99, like 9 hour 120 or something, you know? But this type of format is like really, really good to get 16-star runs going at least.
You know how they had like Tetris 99?
Ooh, that's
like
enough.
Almost...
Sorry.
No, please talk about the game. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know.
One more maybe? Oh, now he's on the wall. That's not working. Yep.
That is very rough.
The backwards cam. That's gonna work.
Yeah, it's gotta.
All right, making his way up there. So 15 pace is still possible. The slip bop, maybe not so much.
Yeah, that first BLJ robbed him of first place potential. Oh man.
Yeah, second place. On the table, I believe. Would need a good bits.
Did Tom Card just finish 16 here? That'll put him in third.
Yeah. Yeah, all you need is a solid time. All right, that's not too bad. Didn't fall there.
Yep. All right. Well, Trey can still get a pretty good time here and knock Tom Carr out of that top 3, which he recently entered.
Oh, that's a weird setup. Yeah, that's not going to work.
That was not looking good.
You have to be real close to the edge when doing that, and he was a little off. Did not get the wall kick. And now has to
he's
wait.
gotta wait for this. All right.
Oh,
Sketchy.
no!
That's actually going to be a death if he unpauses, probably.
Is he?
Oh.
Oh, stayed on.
Alive, barely.
Oh. Okay. This is no longer third place. Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yep, Sky has been rough. Like you said, it's all in the end game.
It definitely has been.
But if we do get Trey Bordeaux on the board, then that will be all 6 runners completing a run.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not going so well for Trey Bordeaux here. What?
Yeah,
Okay.
we still need Tom Carr to finish a run as well. Haven't seen one from
Tom Carr
him.
just got like a 16:20 or so.
Did
I don't
he?
know if anyone that has the time.
Oh, I missed that then. I did not see 16:25. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just didn't mentally record it. That's gonna be it for Trey Bordeaux. We'll see what JJ's got in store. Gonna need to bop up that time from the 16 to closer to 15.
For sure. As we cut over, having some difficulties, major difficulties.
The
Can you get up this
spotlights.
time? Ooh. Just barely. I actually thought he was gonna get slid down the sub again.
Same. Very easy to do that. Bit of a internet lag, it looks like. Okay, we're still good. Sick. Yeah, just crossing over the 1 hour mark now. Doesn't even feel like 40 minutes have passed. But we have completed a few runs now. Ooh. Didn't even want to try. Just got a dusty rollout and knew it probably wasn't going to happen. A little laggy with the internet, but making it through quick. Is that that's not going to make it. Is it? Ooh.
Close.
Yeah, good good left side here. And that sideways camera angle, taking the burn again. I have not seen that camera angle work out for too many people.
It's a tough lag reduction.
It is.
The only person who I feel like got it most of the time was Lunar, ironically enough. And like, he just grinded piracy so much. But it's like, you really do have, you know, a very tight window to start holding right. And then you're looking at the kind of unusual depth perception. It's probably, you know, a lot less easy to tell. Just a muscle memory thing. I think that
definitely.
Hit.
That
So
it should hit.
Another frame.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, JJ might need to refresh him in a little bit. Make sure he's up to pace with everyone else. But yeah, 13:41.
We have a similar pace from Bizarre in Fire Sea as well. I don't know what time he entered, but it looks like he's probably going to get out a bit ahead of that.
Yeah. Yeah, grab the key 13:41. We'll see what Bizarrescape's got. Looking to be a little faster at least. Maybe not. Oh yeah, no, it's 30 seconds, about 10 seconds faster maybe.
Nice. So for the
Yeah.
moment,
BLJ.
the 16:25 is the third place time to beat. Oh man, JJ doing a pretty good job, giving himself a chance to get a better time than he got and beat Tom Carr.
Yeah,
Let's see, next
I
one.
still didn't put the time for Tom Carr. 16:25 was the time, so he's actually in third place. There we
fine.
go. We're 16:25 the time to beat.
JJ's not getting it. Okay, there he goes. Finally, maybe? Oh my god, what happened?
I thought that was gonna be good.
For sure.
Maybe if he held it a little longer. Yeah, okay. I have seen like sometimes you just have to hold it for a bit. I'm not entirely sure how it works.
Yeah, that is weird. Pretty unfortunate there.
It looks like we're watching like a Twitch GIF or something, like how they jump around
Yeah,
with the internet stuff.
like the 10 FPS
Yeah.
level.
With the 10, 15 frames. Moving right side is not going to be it.
Yeah, I think he needed that.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, that was a good backup. We have Bizarrescape in here too, coming up hot on JJ's heels now. And he's on pace to beat Tom Carr too. I don't think JJ is anymore, so he will be able to beat his current PB, but it won't make any difference in the top 3.
Yeah, looks like it. All right, first throw. Hear that controller in the background.
Wow, really good throws.
That was solid. Looks like he's gonna tie his time. 16:36.
He'll beat it.
Oh man. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Couple seconds.
Let's go to Bizarre here real quick.
Yeah.
He hit 1. Oh, and as I say that, I think he just missed 1. So, I take it back. Not going to take top 3, but he could maybe beat JJ. I don't know. It's so close with these margins in 16 star.
It
That'll
really
be a good
is.
throw. Probably going to be 1 second behind. There we go. Everyone going to be getting a 16 now, except for Trey Borda, who kind of got robbed twice already, but I'm sure we'll see him back in bits again. What time did he even get? I didn't.
25. It was 1 second behind. It was 16:25. Or 35 rather.
Okay.
But yeah, just the instant resets. Yeah, gonna stay in the 5th place spots. By 1 second. Wasn't gonna be able to bob 3rd anyway, but you know, you definitely want to get up there on the leaderboard however you can. But 15 minutes looks like the kind of the bar you kind of have to cross. See if the runners have what it takes. Looking Fixius, it looks like furthest one. Next time Tom Carr gets on a good run, even if he's not ahead, I kind of want to swap to him. We haven't seen too much. Other runners been popping off, and whatever run he did finish, I literally didn't even see it. So a little unfortunate.
Yeah, and as a reminder, like you said, Tom Carr is pre-recording. He is from Norway, so running on those EU time zones.
Oh yeah, I did it yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see what he ends up getting, because as you pointed out, which I think is a really good point, like you do have a slight disadvantage by not knowing the context of what time you need to get top 3. So
yeah, that's good to keep in mind. Nice side hop.
very nice.
Fixius came to play today. Gunning for that #1 spot. Slipper Nip kind of struggled to get another really good run going. I guess had that other one in Fire Sea or in bits, but it wasn't like the first one.
First 2. and then tapered off. But now he's back and Lethal Lava Land.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I say that to say, like, you know, I hope to see something from him soon. It's been about 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Got Lava Boost that time. And fixed through the elevator star really well.
See, Trey Bordeaux on the resets. Only one we're waiting on to fill up the board here. Honestly, really good times for this group. To have so many 15s and 16s on the board. Last group, we didn't even see... One runner actually was not able to play anymore. And then I don't think we saw 2 others hit 16. So this group definitely on fire. We actually have a 10-second runoff for third. There's 3 runners.
Really tight.
I'm surprised I didn't hit the lava on either of those two. That was like a pixel away, probably. Good run.
Alright, Fix and Slippery getting out of Lethal Lava Land, but you may notice that Slip's timer's about 15 seconds behind.
Later,
So
yeah.
probably
Fixius is ahead.
so- yeah, Fix on the better run.
We'll see. Yeah, a bit of a sync going on. Kind of nice. Fake sync.
Mm-hmm.
And triple box jump as Slippery Nip goes for boulders. Slippery Nip does a little different boulder movements. Maybe we'll get to point it out later on. Doesn't wrap around the left side all the way. Actually cuts through the middle, like after the first or second boulder. I think the second boulder.
I'm kind of surprised more people don't do it that way. At least at the top level of 16 among the people who do it.
Yeah, I didn't see it until I saw Slip doing it recently.
I think Ouija does it also, but I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, seems pretty fast. See what Fixius has got. Didn't get the long jump.
Improvising.
They actually be, yeah, you heard him. If you did, improvising some movements can be a bit hard.
I missed the long jump.
This is a really good run.
It is. It's still ahead of Slip, actually. Well, I'm not sure. I think they both have this. No, they have different stars. We'll see.
There's a 5-6-6.
Yeah, boulders. Believe Slip's got emergency exit. Yeah, he's going up left side. So Slip did make up a...
Few seconds.
yeah, maybe a couple seconds, but it's still behind on the timer. Not much. Actually, it's pretty even, I think, because he was a little ahead. But probably just like a second or two, yeah. And the MIPS.
Yep.
So top 2 runners gunning for each other, it seems like. All the others, we got Bizarrescape and Basements. See if JJ and Tomcar can capitalize on their Dark Worlds.
And we got some pretty exciting near sync going on. 11 flat entry for Fix and a little bit slower for Slip. But very good runs.
Very good runs indeed.
No chip clips yet. I know Slip's probably the only one who would expect to get it most of the time. I know Tom Carr can do it too, and Trey Bordeaux can. But I haven't seen anyone do it.
I haven't either. We actually saw a bunch of missed ones in the race before this. I don't know if runners might have been watching, but we saw like
Maybe.
3 or 4 missed ones, and then like runners stopped going for it. I don't think Ouija stopped, but I think like 1 or 2 others did.
Really good run.
It's definitely tricky. Like, I think you have to time your punch very like precisely as well as just your positioning.
Yeah.
And if you press B too early, then you won't get it.
Oh, Slippery Nip taking a burn in Fire Sea.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's gonna be the cycle for him. Fixius.
The pole glitch and Slip backing it up. Look at that. Oh, what's
Oh.
just sandbagging a bit, I guess, for the elevators. Unfortunate. Picks though. Long jump wall kicking.
Yeah, taking the lead.
Yep, and he gets the sideways camera movement there that I forget who it was, but someone took a burn on that last run. And the one burn. Dude, this guy is powering up.
He's in the zone right here. This throw, BLJ time. We'll see what's happening. But yeah, mid 13 exit out of here, probably. Low 13, actually.
This run is amazing.
Pog. Both
Yeah.
of these could be first place.
Yeah,
For sure.
Slip. I'll just zoom in on him real quick. We've got 13. Yeah, 13-10 fade out from Fixius, and now we'll see the fade out here. So about 17, about a Bowser throw difference. Fixius.
Yeah, thanks for the production. I liked the back and forth.
Yeah, of course. Let's see what the upstairs time is. This is like low 15 pace for Fixius. Like, could miss a Bowser throw and still bop Slippery if everything's clean.
I mean, if he does, that's a PB. His PB is a 1540, so
Yeah, could
we're on pace.
definitely PB pace as he gets the first BLJs through. Couple long jumps, but no big deal. No resets on the attempts. Slippery Nip taking that reset. Yeah, he was pushing it to push his time down. Oh, Slippery Fixius in the pipe. Brick pipe.
All right, almost at a PB. Have we seen any real PBs in the tournament? Or like any like
Yes.
high level ones?
Yes, we saw Spinner get a 15-4X as a PB recently.
Okay.
That was the most recent one, and we saw, I think, at least one, maybe even two more 15s. I forget who they were first round. Oh, Fixius!
no!
A button problems.
Nutting.
Probably,
Back it up.
Shitting my pants, dude.
yeah, probably too early, I would imagine, on the A press from the long jump. You do try to keep as much speed as possible for this right side, but not making it happen. Standing. Hits the wall, falls down.
This is so rough.
That's the reset.
That was 2x pace into bits.
Yeah.
Man. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Heard him.
That was 2x.
It was a 15-2 X pace, he says, going in, according to his splits. That was pretty insane. Let's see what Bizarrescape has in store for us. Nice run in HMC, grabbing that toad. We got JJ basements, Tom Carr in basement. Okay. These are the people we need to be on runs. Trey Bordeaux jumping in the basement, joining the party.
Nice. I think these runners have done a really good job of not getting stuck, you know, in Dark World WOMs. Maybe taking it a bit easier on the strats if they need to, but you know, everyone's been getting into basement and getting late runs. Quite a lot.
They have been. Yeah, something about races really brings out the competitive side and the concentration, I think, from a lot of runners. So you end up getting some pretty high quality content out of it. The 10:41 fade outs, that is 15, mid 15 pace.
Yep.
Ooh, JJ getting bullied by the bully, bottom right corner. Does kick him off now.
Oh, the missed punch grab. It's a tough strat. Pretty tough. Unfortunately, did not get it that time.
Yeah, wasting a little bit of time. Did get a good camera angle. Fast mips clip. If he grabs it, he did. Okay. Yeah, oftentimes the real mistake is letting your camera go if you jump into that corner, but Bizarrescape holding on to it. Finishing it out the mips clip pretty nicely. Yeah, Tom Carr, JJ, Lethal Lava Land. Trey Bordeaux also in basement. Looking for him to finish out this run for sure. Have a little bit of time to go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was just saying he's been so close and kind of got robbed a few times already. You know, definitely doesn't do it justice that he doesn't have a finished run yet, much less a good one like a 15. So it is looking mighty precarious if you're Tom Carr or anyone, you know, not in the 15 range for being in that top 3 when we get this all said and done, because Trey Bordeaux is definitely going to be back before you know it.
Oh yeah, it's like you're not ever safe. Trey Bordeaux not even having a time on, you know he's gonna just rocket off, or he could at any moment. Is Bizarre Shape gonna make the 0 cycle? Looked pretty fast on the pole. It's gonna be pretty close. Okay, yeah, some space. Yeah, you can see the lag there. Definitely slowed down on the long jump. That's why people do that sideways camera. I know we're kind of pooping on it a little bit, but there is utility to it. It's just really hard. Very dangerous.
Yeah, like the lag save is very noticeable. Like you said, with sideways camera, you probably save like a good half a second even, depending on how well you lag reduce otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least I would imagine.
All right. Here's Bizarre. Gonna knock down Fire Sea Throw, and that'll be Bowser too. So, like you said, it takes a little over 2 minutes to finish the run if it's good. And exiting, you know, he's definitely on 15 pace, PB pace. PB is 16:04. He does not have a 15. So this is a pretty big opportunity. Now we've seen a lot of mistakes in bits. I don't know if we've seen like a truly clean bit so far. So it's hard to say what's gonna happen, but you know that's the excitement, right? So
it is.
We got some BLJs, and then we got some Bowser 3, hopefully, and then we'll see if Bizarrescape can bring it home. That would put him top 3 as well.
Yeah, it would. Bizarrescape, I remember first round was very close to the PB, so definitely possible. Does need this BLJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be.
You should be able to get through.
Maybe stay in the door if possible. Okay.
Okay. He's gonna have to take those extra BLJs to get through the wall, but you know you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. Yeah, wall a little bit thicker, need a little more speed.
Yeah, probably not PB pace anymore, but still third place pace.
Good second BLJ in the pipe. Very nice. So yeah, 16, low 16 is what it's looking like now. After those, that first BLJ taking a few extra long jumps.
Okay. Comfy cycle to start off the first elevator cycle, and then we'll see what he does for triple jump wall kick here. He's been going for moving left and skipping the ledge grab. We'll see if he can do it again. And he does.
Yeah, the ledge grab skip is pretty insane. Okay, yeah.
People typically ledge grab so that they can take it at like a wider angle. But he just goes on it from a pretty straight ahead position and then has the height to get around, so pretty cool.
Optimization coming out. Alright, this is...
Get the throws.
Yeah, low 16 gonna hit. Yep, it does. Okay.
Alright.
That's 2. Let's see one more. Really close to PB, actually. This is an insane run. That's going to miss left, but no, it doesn't. It hits.
No, he got it.
That was great.
Bizarrescape.
Yeah, GG Bizarrescape. Taking that third place spot over Tom Carr. 16, 18, 16, 17, actually.
Nice job.
Yeah, go ahead and update that. Now.
Got 37 minutes till the last call. And Bizarrescape is in third.
Yeah. Bopping Tom Carr down into relegation. We'll see if he takes it. said it a couple times. Tom Carr is recorded, so doesn't know anything as he's running through this.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can beat that 16:25. I mean, looking at the other matches, I mean, I'm sure going into the recording, he knew that, like, you know, you're trying to get a 15-minute time. That's been pretty normal for the, what is it? The bar, I guess, you have to pass. About 15 minutes. So who we swapping to? Trey Bordeaux? It was going to be JJ. I was just looking over. But
You did just mess up front sub, though, so it's not as good as it just was, but it's still a fairly healthy pace. I don't know, you know, what the best possible time is or anything like that, but it's a good run. And let's see if we can get that good fire speed to keep it going. Okay, really good. He could go for ultimate even if he wants this.
Oh!
The missed rollout.
it should
Tough,
still
'cause when
make
the
it.
elevators are steep.
Okay.
You only have one button to roll out.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is very tight. Oh, it takes
Put
the
it back into
rollout.
camera. Right,
Is that a
bit sketchy?
Yeah.
Still good.
He was at a really weird angle, so it was actually like one too early to jump off, but with that angle, you just want to get off as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how Bowser throw goes. Fixius already back in HMC. The dude is on fire.
Yeah, he's been non-stop pacing. Like, what happened? Because he grinds a fair amount, you know, but I wonder if he gets runs like this all the time. This is pretty nuts. Oh, can he back it up? Oh.
That is a backup, though. If you keep
Alright.
holding forward, you could clear the gap there on Fixius' screen.
Yeah,
Meanwhile-
I was about to say, pro tip for the viewers, just keep going forward. When you land, just try to do like 2 big A, like just press A, do 2 jumps on the slope, and then jump dive, and you'll be fine. You'll make it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fixius not quite knowing that. And failing the triple box jump, going to take that reset. That was our furthest along besides Trey here. We'll see what Trey's got for BLJs. Didn't get the first stair and not going to work. Okay. Come on, Trey.
The pace is so good, but
Yeah,
not
BLJs.
landing.
Yeah, time slipping. And he's going to have to get it like right here if he wants a chance to bop Bizarre. And still not. I think if he lands a little lower on the stairs, he's trying to catch that first stair.
Oh my god, then he caught it and then immediately lost it.
He
This
did.
is not going well.
Yeah, I was going to say, trying to catch that first stair, if you kind of like just long jump and you kind of drop straight down versus actually moving backwards, it does make it harder to catch. Trey Border catching that time. Nice. You do have to kind of like clip up onto the stair, so backward speed is important.
Yeah. No longer able to get top 3. Imagine if he just ends up like just in the middle of the rest of the
Oh
match, like-
no!
Wow, really? Dude, that is the most like cursed BLJ segment I've seen in a long time.
It was.
Especially for runner at Trey Bordo's level, it's not common.
I was not expecting that wet dry roll. That wasn't like a crazy angle, but it maybe wasn't making sure he stayed inward. Maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
that was weird. But what's not weird is Slippery Nip coming out of HMC, green. Green on the race splits, it looks like. So definitely pacing. And he had that death in bits. So if this is like the splits from his first race, he's very low 15 pace. And it looks like he is, as he's sub 11 going through the second
Oh
MIPS,
my
but he talks to the doors, wasting about 10 seconds, losing the sub 11, phasing in and out MIPS, not through the door though. Come on, Slip. You got to make it happen.
Eventually, but took a long time. I feel like these guys play so well off camera, and as soon as that little red light comes on, they're like, "Oh boy," and then
Yeah.
they curse it.
There's a connection between the stream and the runners. They know when they're on the main screen. But yeah, that was really unfortunate for Slip. Was pacing really hard. Lost probably 20 seconds, 15 at least, right there. But should still be pacing, like we said. Died in bits on the first run. Still got a 15:34. Oh, was that the same one? No, I think that was a different one, right?
No, he reset the very first one.
Yeah, he did. He did. 15:34 shortly after.
Wait, did he? No, he didn't reset the first one.
I think he
Never
finished,
mind.
but he got a 16 on that one, and then
Yeah.
got the 15 after. No, missed the
Oh
B
my
press.
God. So many little things that killed the run immediately in this category.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're on a cycle in Piracy, it's like one thing goes wrong and then you're down 10 seconds-ish, and then, where do you go from there?
Yeah, where do you go? That's the question. I want to see a good run from Tom Carr here soon. Still keeping my eye out.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're all kind of on our resets here. Yeah, might swap over, if he jumps into Womps or something.
Yeah, there is literally no one out of Dark World right now.
Yeah, just caught
Crazy.
we're just full cycle, back around. Took about an hour.
Yep.
Actually, it's kind of insane how little time we do spend watching the intro scenes and stuff. We actually get so many good runs pretty late.
Yeah, it's been a great group so far. I just feel like it's inevitable that someone else gets a 15. We'll
I'd
see
like
who it is.
I'd like to say so. Benji actually moved forward on the last round with it was like a 16-13 or something. So it was basically what Bizarre's at.
Yep.
But we'll see. Lots of pacers. But no finishers. No boppers. See, I'm kind of keeping my eye. Even though we got Fixius on the main screen, I'm kind of watching all the other runners. But yeah, still just running through Dark World. Oh, reset. Was not good, actually. Maybe should have taken the first.
Yeah. Well, he's still going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue for now.
Yeah. Reset as in, like,
I'll
he
do
reset his
soft loss
position
sometimes, I'll just reset.
on
Yeah.
the blink. Not that he needed to reset. I try not to tell runners what they should do.
A good tip.
Unless I know what I'm talking about, then they should totally listen to me.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Oh, that's gonna be it. Trey Bordeaux with the Salt class.
Borg.
Definitely worth the swap. Good reward for the Salt class.
Yep. We'll see Double Jump Alice here. Pulling
Very
in.
nice. So we got less than 30 minutes on the timer. So if we see one of these runners finish a run pretty soon, there's not going to be much time left to really beat it. So might just be looking to get a last good run here. At least get it going in the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna get pretty tight here pretty quickly. Trey Bordeaux, good run out of Womps again. He hasn't finished one though, still not on the board. So it's likely that he might only get one shot at this. Well, he has like this one and then another one at least, but it's pretty likely that he'll only finish one run.
It is likely. But we will see. Only needs to finish one run, if it's good enough. Yeah, the only one on a pacer, Slippery Nip jumping out of the Wops painting, but Reset City here.
And the bomb blowing up in his face is not going to be good for our current split leader. Gonna back it up though, not bad.
Mario
Okay.
Cam, see down there. I might have to steal that for my backup strategy. Good camera.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen JJ on any more runs either. Like, Tom Carr, super cracked, but JJ typically super consistent, so... he's only
Medium
been able to
bomb?
get a 1534. Okay, yeah, he can do it. Okay, needs a ground pound.
Jump.
Looks alright. Comfortable with the backup. Nice.
Like it's nothing. Yeah, that was awesome from Trey. Did lose probably the time Thomas saved from that medium bomb, but, you know, getting it through SSL is worth a lot. So you see Slipper Nip on the Tama, getting the big bomb.
Clean.
Yeah, we've been on our resets for a minute here. We're probably about to see like 4 or 5 runners just like, you know, get a run going. Be swapping back and forth.
Trey Bordeaux. You know, French Trey Bordeaux. Trey Bordeaux. With a AUX ending.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Nice reds.
Clean.
We actually have, I just noticed this, exactly 1 minute between first and fifth of the finished runs.
Oh yeah. I didn't notice that either, but that's pretty cool. 34 to 34.
See, let's grab Skip with the good ground pound. Didn't kick the bully off? That was so close and gets bullied himself.
Alright, he's got to be careful now. He's got to be careful now. Alright.
We should wait, yeah, to wait for those stairs. Bad spot.
Bad spot indeed. Okay. Thought that was even a bit ambitious to go for the dive that early. Imagine if he bonked, he would have died.
Yeah.
But he made it. Just about.
Scary.
Him and Flip, it's kind of like we did go full circle and we're back to the beginning.
Yeah, this is like exactly where we were not long ago. 25 minutes left, just under. With lava boost from
Nice.
Trey. Pole grab, that's okay. That basically, I think,
So
loses
good.
the time that you save, but, you know, grabbing the star.
Yeah.
Maybe you still save a little bit. Half a second.
Yeah, maybe just a bit.
Side hop coming out. Looks good. All about speed, angles, and A-press timing. Which, to be fair, you could say about, like, everything about this game. Very...
Yeah, it really is. It's a game of frames and millimeters.
Yeah. Frames and pixels.
Pixels.
Ooh. Speaking of which, Trey Bordeaux, not getting the long jump, but getting the alternative movement. Ooh.
Oh, what a kick off the invisible wall. I like that a lot, but it's not going to get him to the emergency exit star. Is he going to triple jump back up from here? It
No,
looks
he's
like
no.
he is, but he's not going to wall kick. Yet again, I don't know what he's going to do now. Okay, it looks like he made it. That is a rough mistake, but an admirable try to save it, though. I have to give him credit for that.
I really liked the
fun
kick
to
off
watch.
the wall. I think if he just would have taken like a second and moved the camera, it would have been done for. But kind of went for that backwards long jump or like backwards camera angle, you know, on the long jump.
The no-look long jump.
Yeah. Well, no 360, just the no look. Maybe next time.
Okay, getting it second try with a little bit of a sloppy movement there, but okay. Now, if you look at the timer, it's not as good as his previous run. It's going to be looking like a high 10-minute fade out. Not quite as good as he would like, but still good enough for top 3, and certainly, yeah, certainly for top 3. Definitely good enough for top 2 still. So
Oh, see,
nothing to sweat about. It's all in the end game. And Fixius.
that is true. Yeah, Fixius, I was just looking.
Yeah,
2 bars
I
of
could tell
health.
that's what you were looking at. Almost died there. Almost deprived us of our secondary pace.
Yeah.
Nice see up slide from Trey.
Yeah, that's something else that's becoming a little more standard, similar to double jump Owlus. Let's see, upslide. It's a lot harder than it looks. I actually tried it not too long ago, and you need like a really good timing on the kicks, spacing, and I think you could even like wobble your stick while you're in the air.
Yeah, you gotta land on just the right spot, or press the up at the right time.
Yeah, and not
which is
easy.
hard to do.
A lot of things happening.
All right, solid MIPS clip there for Trey Bordeaux. We'll see as he goes into DDD. Had a front sub mistake in the last run. Going for chip clip now. It's time to bring out the big guns, and they are firing. Let's go.
That was awesome. First successful chip clip I've seen all day. Actually, maybe Ouija did one, but Ouija definitely missed one as well.
Yeah, first of this group for sure.
Yeah.
It looks like Fix is out of this run. So all eyes on Trey.
Yeah. Ooh, just under the star.
It's unfortunate. But overall, pretty decent.
About 20 minutes left in the clock. I think these runners that are on their resets here are definitely looking for their final run. You know,
Yeah.
You can get through. You can get into basement maybe like once and test the waters, reset again, but that's about all the wiggle room you have. Good fire C.
Trey here looking so good here. Maybe going for ultimate. Oh, he just made that. Wow. All right, keep it going.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was pristine. When he got up there, I thought like maybe it was going to be a little bit too late, but somehow just barely had enough space to get over. And that really saved the run and maybe his life in the tournament. We'll see how it goes. He's got to hit this throw. Half spinner. And now we are coming down to the true end game. BLJ's and Bowser in the sky. You can do this in about 2 minutes 10 if you're cracked. So, second place potential. Definitely third place potential. We'll see if he can do it. I believe this is probably his like 4th run or something into BLJ's.
Trey has had a few. It's been a story of unfortunate accidents, it seems.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only reason he hasn't finished a run. Has definitely been able to
Wait a minute.
bop top 3.
Have you ever read like the Lemony Snicket books, like a series of unfortunate events? Someone told me that the kids are not Bordeaux. Like Bordeaux is not their last name.
Oh, it's been too long. I have no idea.
I forget what it is, but something like that.
Oh
my god.
what?
Okay. Should have been focusing on the BLJs. I thought he might have had it there.
Yeah.
Okay, backwards cam again. That seems to be the golden ticket.
Yeah, number 2, backwards camp for Trey Bordeaux there on those stairs.
All right.
All right, very nice. Did really get close to that first stair, but got the clip. A couple BLJs after.
All right, this is his big opportunity here. Just needs to not die. He could go pull gang. All right, looking good here. No Manamo. Or yes, Manamo.
He was fast enough,
Wow, okay.
but a little late on the rollout there. Maybe just a little too far up. Yeah, second try, pretty good. That wasn't too bad. That's a pretty quick fall.
All right, moving right. He's going for it. And he does get it this time. I feel like we have not seen many good moving rights today.
Nope.
And this is definitely the time to pull it off here. He can miss one throw and still get third.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is really good pace. Very low 16. Missing a throw would definitely make it tight. Would have to have like really good regrabs as well. Definitely possible.
I wonder if Bizarscape is watching during his intro. All right, there's 1, 2.
Okay. That's too far left, I think.
Just barely missed it.
All right, this
All
is
right.
this is the throw to miss though.
It's the moment of truth now.
That's it.
I think he's got it. He's got it. Trey Bordeaux will enter the top 3 with about 15 minutes left to go before the last call. So now we're going to have a slightly different leaderboard, and finally Trey getting on the board. Oh. Ha.
Ah. Hey, there you go. The scoreboardo.
Score Bordeaux.
That was awesome. 16-14 by 3 seconds, just bopping Bizarre. If he would have missed like throw 1 or throw 2, I don't think he would have bopped. I think it would have been like a second or 2 late. But missing
Okay,
the third throw.
I looked it up, and the Lemony Snicket family or whatever is Baudelaire, so it's like French. Kind of close.
Oh yeah, Baudelaire.
Baudelaire.
The Baudelaires.
Something like that.
I remember that now. Yeah, some nice trivia here at the 16-star showdown. Is anybody? Everyone's on the resets here. Where's JJ? I see a star select. Okay, JJ. Nice in basement. Giving us some nice content here. Very kind.
All right.
Looking to having some nice time. 6 minutes grabbing that. Should be bopping out right at like 6:30, I think.
Yep.
6:25.
Dude, Tom Carr is like the Jared Leto of Suicide Squad with the amount of screen time he's getting. He's not been on the main screen for more than like a minute at a time, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like he's been in the beginning mostly, so it's not like we've been snubbing him on purpose, but he had the one run that was going on with a few others concurrently, and then since then he hasn't really been out of HMC, I don't think.
Yeah, it's been
So
really
we'll see if
tight.
he can get back.
Kind of see it there. We're pointing out, then just missed the Owless. Second try was good. Yeah, I definitely want to like. I said it a little bit earlier. I want to focus on Tom Carr because we haven't. But I mean, yeah, just been playing around in Womps. It seems like.
Yep. Well, we've got JJ the only one in basement right now. Fixius is back. He took a little bit of a break, but looks like he might not be getting too comfortable.
Yeah, with 15 minutes left, whatever run these runners do decide will be the last one. JJ, the only one that could be an exception for as he takes a burn.
Oh my god, the side hop today. I think I saw JJ mess this up last run as well.
Okay.
Thought that might have been a miss as well. He was not really looking to come back toward the fence quickly enough.
Yeah, it did look a little slow, but did make it work. So
I think
good
he
on
was
JJ.
probably holding right too long and not going down right soon enough. But either way, he made it, but just barely, and that's going to be a pretty big hit to the overall pace. Currently in 6th, which, like you said before, a minute behind first exactly, but now that's kind of the whole span of the times.
Yeah, the whole leaderboard now within a minute. It's very tight. 1 minute isn't necessarily the tightest for 16-star, but it is pretty tight for a race. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we have 6 different people, and everyone's been able to get a remotely solid time in about an hour and a half. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely really good. All right, elevator from JJ. All right, Tom Carr is in SSL now.
Okay.
Hopefully we can see Tom Carr go pretty far. You know, actually, as JJ is in HMC, let's just go ahead and swap over to Tom Carr just real quick. I do want to see him. Once JJ gets over to Mips Clip and stuff, we'll swap back. But just while
Sounds
we're in
good.
stages here, I want to show off a little bit of this man. Did a whole pre-recording session with me, and has not gotten the screen time he deserves. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, recording.
Tom Carr, the Norwegian Viking. I don't know if there's a catchy nickname someone can come up with. Oh my god, he was not ready for that to happen.
You see
He's
it.
been pretty tilted today. Haven't seen that on the face cam so much, but when he's on the main screen you notice.
Yeah, always on the main screen, always.
He does tend to get pretty animated when he gets upset, but hopefully.
Oh,
Okay.
Another burn. Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
That was
a bit of a butt clencher.
It was very, very tight on the butthole right there. But only a couple burns in Lethal Lava Land. You know, it could be worse. Those are definitely annoying mistakes, and it hurts your mental more than it does your gameplay, I think.
Yeah, the good thing is that he only made the mistake once. You know, the second try was good in both cases, or the backup. So you can still keep it going. Pro boost here. He is gonna make it. Nice ending too.
Yeah, that was great. I've seen more pro boosts in this group than I have in any other one. Most everyone has been going for the elevator. Maybe
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. We'll see. Tom Carr, a few mistakes, but still chugging along. We got JJ on the MIP, so we're going to swap back over.
Sounds good. Oh, I don't know. This isn't even the commentator curse. This is like the producer curse that we've been having. What?
It's
explain.
It's the second half curse. The second half of these runs just not going well.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like JJ's probably been practicing more longer categories because I remember him saying something about 70 or maybe 120. So I could see like side hop and MIPS being kind of the rusty parts, and that's been causing him problems. But still, you don't want to have that amount of time loss on MIPS clip if you want to have a good run.
Yeah.
And Tom Carr, we saw him fall down on box jump as well. Looking pretty rough. Oh, pleasant surprise there. Second chip clip of the day.
Yeah, nice from JJ. I'm trying to figure out his time. He was jumping into DDD. It was like 11:40, which is like 30 seconds past kind of like the fast runs we've been seeing. We've been like right at 11 minutes, a little after. So I'd probably still like right at 16 capable, but misses the front sub. That's going to make it harder. Quick backup.
Now, JJ could still finish this one and start another run. He's the only person who can do that right now.
Yeah.
But he does have that possibility still.
Yeah, and jumping in here, 12:47. We'll be jumping out at like 14 minutes, a little after. So yeah, low 16 capability. Okay, not too bad.
A little sketchy on that angle. Okay, nice. Early enough for the long jump. Pretty impressive. Sideways camera. Definitely put some practice into this.
Whoa, he's underneath the bridge. He can't do that.
Oh my god.
JJ with the death and fire sea. After you thought he'd made it through, I guess we just wanted to take a one burn, but didn't make it over there.
Yeah, he was trying to land on the funnel part so that he could do a quicker dive into the pipe. Because you get that slope jump where you can immediately dive. But Yeah, just not aware of how far he was underneath the bridge.
That's so unfortunate. It was going to be really, really close regardless, so could have been a blessing in disguise for JJ to get one more run going.
I mean, look at that MIPS clip from Tomcar, though. He's put himself on the same pace JJ was, and then, now he's got the opportunity to possibly beat that 16-14. Okay, no chip clip.
Yeah, nice and easy here. But yeah, you're right. The timing's very similar to JJ.
Slip is kind of rumbling. A 10-1x fade out.
Wow. Is that... Yeah, that's the 15 stars. That's insane. Yeah, Slip on Slip bot pace.
Sweet.
As we're getting into our final runs here. 6.5 minutes.
Yep. Pressure's on for Tomcar. Might be your last good chance. And the pole glitch is good. Beautiful triple jump coming off of the pole as well to keep it moving. I would recommend against going for ultimate, but those rollouts are insane.
It does it
He's
anyway.
early for your ultimate. Oh, let's go.
Wow. That was great.
What a pop off from Tomcar. There we go. That's some screen time.
That's what we're talking about right there.
Some quality time in the spotlight. And yeah, potential to still get third place. Like you said, 16-14.
No!
Very doable. Okay. Just gonna take a couple laps. Burn off some SpaghettiOs.
Okay.
Right. Well, still doable.
Little rough.
You can't really have, that many mistakes from here on out.
So 1350. You're looking
could,
like right at 16, yeah.
He
Right.
needs pretty solid BLJs in Sky. Or maybe good BLJs and missing a throw or something.
Yeah, just solid BLJs, he will be on pace. I'll go ahead and get the 5-minute warning to these runners.
As we said before, Tomcar does not know the time of debate. He has pre-recorded this segment, so he does not know whether he's on pace for third or what his, end goal needs to be. We can see the 16-14, but he's just trying to get the best time he can. All right, he's in there, I think. Okay, he is. So he is on pace. Can't have any huge mistakes, though. Can't fall down. Oh, is this a man motorcycle coming out? It looks like it. Nice job. Okay. Playing a bit safer here. Alright, moving right. Ooh. Okay, he just about made that one. Alright, what do you know? He could take third still. After a pretty long dry spell. Getting in there.
I will
Got
see.
a 16:05-ish. Probably can't miss a throw. I would say he can't miss a throw.
Yeah, we're looking. It's really close here.
1. 2. Can he do it? That's it. He's gonna take it.
Wow.
Third place with 3 minutes to spare. Now, he doesn't know. He'll probably just find out when he wakes up, unless he's up late watching.
Yeah. Who knows? But that's gonna be a 16:06, third place, bopping Trey Bordeaux with
Wow.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. That's actually, I mean, way less than that. 3 minutes left.
Yep, you're looking at the real business end of
Thank you
the
for
schedule
giving.
here for Trey Bordeaux. I mean, the run he ended up completing was definitely not his best of the day. It was just the one that he managed to clutch out, which is good for him, but you never know. And slips in the pipe. What's the pace here?
I will find
Bit of a
out.
cheeky bop pace.
It's 15. It's looking like not really PB pace, but it's close to the end. Might as well finish, I guess. We'll find out.
Yeah. Dude, really good throws. Nice re-grabs. Oh,
That's
missing
the
that one.
miss.
That would have been a better first place time.
It would have been, yeah. As you see the blocks coming into place at the very bottom.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
That is pretty cool. He does have time for one more reset if he wants it. But
One
pretty
more
safely in
run.
first. See what he wants to
Yeah,
do.
flip and fix are pretty well set. It's mainly just Tom Carr, who you should update his time with
Yep.
what did he get, like 16:06?
Believe so,
Something like
yeah.
that?
Believe it was 16. No. Chat, you've been helping me all day. What was it?
I
Tell
am
me.
once again asking for your support.
I'm once again asking for your intellectual support. As it is very hard to keep up with everybody. I think it was like 1606. Yeah, I think you were right.
Okay.
Because, yeah, he was like pushing it for missing a throw and then wasn't able to. I'm just really concerned about putting down the wrong time. So thank you, chat, keeping me honest here. Bizarrescape getting the honest cannonless. Really nice. 30 seconds left. All the resets are going to be had. They better be had now.
So Trey Bordeaux is getting out of Dark World, but this will be it. This will be his last chance to make that top 3 happen, coming in as the 2 seed. I mistakenly said earlier that JJ had the second best PB. I counted Tom Carr twice or something. It's Trey Bordeaux. But he was getting good runs all day, got third, got sniped just a couple minutes ago, and that is time. So the last attempts of the night coming out here. You know, Trey Bordeaux's got a lot to play for. Tom Carr doesn't even know it yet if he makes it through.
Yeah,
It's
bringing up...
tough. It's tough.
It is tough. Breaking out that last minute run though, as a recorded run, was pretty epic. That's gonna be one for the highlight reel for sure for Tom Carr. Bizarrescape punch, but making it move again. That Mario man. Oh, a bit of a weird throw. Makes it back over to the box. Very nice adjustment.
That looked like a Benny plus.
Yeah,
Tama.
yeah, that was crazy. I guess was just in a good position after he hit that box again. Very nice. Yeah, Tama, very specific as far as your angle, speed, and you needed A and B press on the frame, same frame. So any kind of backup involving that is pretty 5-head. What happened to the fly guy? I didn't think he was too far left.
Yeah, me neither. I'm as surprised as you are.
That was really, really strange. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oh, Trey Bordeaux, I think that's it. Ended on cannonless.
We'll see. It is the last one. Might have seen that I called time in the Discord real quick, and okay, it's just going for that one. Won't give him the static just yet, but that it's rough for Trey Bordeaux now. Not getting the cannonless either. That's probably it. But Fixius, Tom Carr, JJ, all in it. Slippery Nip messing around. He is pretty done though. Forks and all.
Be done. Have you seen Slip's like bread emoji VTuber kind of
Yes, I love it.
thing.
It's
I
so
think
good.
That's hilarious.
The little mouth that moves on the bread.
Yeah, it's so Slip. It's like it's about as much expression as you see from Slip anyway. Just straight face and just the mouth moves a bit.
Yeah, it's really good.
Perfect.
All the love in the world for Slippery Nip. And not just because he's good looking. That's just, part of it. Bizarre Escape. Bacon his way through Lethal Lava Land. Doesn't get... Okay. Didn't get the ground pound, but that was a good backup. Good position on that bully.
Yeah.
Oh, close to the edge there. Almost bonking like JJ.
Pretty bold. I mean, JJ is in SSL. Not a bad run, I think.
Yeah, all these runners still in it for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for Bizarre Escape. I mean, I think Tomcar has a really good shot now, but, we have JJ coming out of SSL here. There's a lot of race left. A lot of time left. And the run
Absolutely.
could go well enough.
I agree. Bizarre Escape was holding third place with that 16-17 for a while. Got bopped out by 3 seconds. And then Tomcar kind of pulling out ahead. Leaderboard's a little stagnant for the last half of this. Everyone really gunning for that top spot. We have seen it like a couple of changes, but these runners definitely looking for one more good time. They have been. All right, Fixius getting the Wild Blue, and I think that was just it. Yeah, okay, it was not a backup, so looking pretty good out of Womps.
JJ backing up the side hop after a burn. It's not going to happen. He needs it right now or it's all over. 2 HP. He gets the jump wall kick and ledge grab, so he's alive for just another moment.
Yeah, that bottom right screen. Good stuff from JJ. Very scary. Tournament life on the line there for a moment.
Yeah.
As is all the other runners.
I mean, he definitely has the clutch gene from SMS, so... He can play under pressure.
No stranger to tournaments. Definitely pretty practiced. Oh, I love it. 4 runs in the basement on pace. Probably some better than others, but we're moving. We're schmoving. Bizarre Escape, one more star here. Well, we'll be leaving still sub 11, I think, but he will need a really good ending to clutch out to the 3rd place.
Yep.
Ooh, takes the ledge grab. Can he get this back up? The camera's awkward here.
Alright. Able to get it. Good thing he didn't dive. Just waited for the ledge grab.
Yeah, pretty patient there. See how the MIPS clip is. JJ right behind. Yeah, runners actually pretty evenly spaced. Tomcar just leaving SSL, Fixius, LLL, JJ, HMC.
Yeah. All right. We really needed that out of Bizarre.
Yeah. Good swims. Don't expect to see a chip clip. I think he does back sub as well. All in all, solid movement will do the trick. Yeah, bottom right, you see JJ. That's the 14th star. We'll need one more.
Okay.
Thought that was going to be it.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, not too bad here from Bazaar. Considering all the front sub mishaps we've been seeing, that was very solid. Saving time over many runners.
Yeah. Would be a respectable finish for sure. But if he gets full glitch, Dusty. Nice backup ball kick.
This could still make the early cycle.
Yeah, probably. Okay,
Looking
nice.
pretty quick around the corners.
Oh.
Takes the ground pound. And he knows that's going to
Bye-bye.
do it. He
Thank
was
you very much.
pushing. Pushing it close. GG's to Bizarrescape. Claps in chat for
Great set of
Bizarrescape.
runs. 16-17 is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's on PB pace like 2 or 3 times today.
Extremely good runs from Bizarrescape, 100%. Should hold his head up high. Even held third place for the longest time, but just couldn't quite hold it over the last few moments. But very good competitor. Was actually, I think, one of the bottom seeds coming into the tournament. So the fact that, I mean, he's playing so close to these guys is a really good sign. So should not feel bad at all.
Yeah, I think Tom Carr made a big mistake somewhere in Lethal Lava Land because he was on a pretty good SSL exit, and then leaving LLL, he was pretty far behind what that would have been. So, bit sketch. And yeah, here's JJ. I think he's had some pretty rotten front subs.
Yeah, I think, a lot of them have come from JJ. Maybe not quite as practiced. It really sucks, too. I'm surprised he hasn't just started going for back sub, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he thought, like, the run was really ropey and he needed to go for it. Which is probably accurate.
Yeah, potentially. All right, 3 runners left. See what they do.
Early cycle would be good. Nice. Really good long jump. Ooh. Oh, he actually stayed on. Okay. Respect. He can get over here. That's a really good backup. Well played. Seems like Fixius also had a pretty rough HMC. Got out like just under 11 minutes. Like a 10:40 something.
Yeah.
It was alright, but not that he needs the time at all, but it's probably not going to beat his 15:48. Good mix clip though.
Yeah, is still gunning for it.
I think at this point it's safe to say that Tom Carr has secured the 3rd place spot.
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe not quite yet. Maybe not quite yet. We'll see. We'll just get all 3 of these on the same screen here.
All right.
Beyond embarrassed of how
There's
I played.
JJ. His game's been off and on a bit. But good to see him. When JJ can just come into his side game and then, I don't know, make it to like round 2 of the tourney. Pretty good.
Yeah, really good. JJ, one of the runners who does multiple games. I don't know how long he's actually been on SM64. But Sunshine for sure.
He's been around a while, but more just like on and off.
Yeah, I mean like more so recently how practiced he was.
Right.
He definitely goes between games, which is very impressive. At top levels. At top levels.
Oh! Pass long chip attempt. I appreciate the hustle. Not going to work out. Probably won't be able to beat his 16:34, but still 16 pace. And, oh my god, I thought that was completely going to be the end for Fixius. Okay.
All right, here we go. JJ right side. Yeah.
He's looking really good on a lot of these stages. It's like front sub, side hop, and mips clip, I would say. Very much 16
Oh
start.
no!
Oh, Goomba. He's gonna force the ending a little bit earlier. Maybe
Yeah.
could still finish while the other guys are wrapping up, but that will be it for his last run.
Sadly, 'tis true. I'm just gonna do it. And we have 2 remaining, just like that. Try to get them both on here. We'll see if we can. All right, I
Seems
think I
like
got it.
Tom Carr and Fix are on pretty decent pace.
Yeah, Fix could. I'm not sure. I'm not sure
We'll
exactly
see
what
when he goes into
pace.
when he goes into Sky, it's like 125 from there. If it's good.
Oh, didn't get the speed he needed
Alright, that's
there.
enough for me.
Oh, and just is gonna call it there. He says, has already qualified. So yeah, we'll just zoom in on Tom Carr then.
Okay, Tommy.
Just put him up on the main screen with the others.
Dude, literally robbed again. How many people are gonna get robbed by catching the BLJ and then not having enough speed when they make it to the door?
It's been way too many times today.
Nice movement from the bottom to the top.
Yeah. And this is actually gonna be it. This is our top 3 spots. Everyone else is not finished. Bizarrescape, Trey Bordeaux, and then JJ just now was the last one who was not in the top 3.
Yeah, a bit of an upset for Tom Carr to come in third, but he's a
Whoa!
very good runner. Oh, Tass long jump attempt again. JJ went for, did not get it. Neither did Tom Carr. He was closer. He got like the pole grind sort of thing that you need.
And that is gonna do it for Tom Carr. Not gonna be able to bop his time. Could have been able to, but I think we're going to throw it off there. This is a recording. This is not live. But going for it again, missing it. All right, I think that's gonna do it here. But it's been an amazing day for races actually, and I'm very happy to have been able to calm this one and the last one. If anyone was able to see that one as well, it's been insane. So many good races, and even here, barely missing a triple 15. You know, 16:06 here from Tom Carr as the qualifying time. What's I mean, what would you say to even sum this up, Bedronis?
I don't know, just a really good showing from everybody, and just good competition. You know, everyone had a shot. You saw some really good moments, some bad moments, but they always happen, and it's just how things go. Everyone has their day, and sometimes it's not your day, unfortunately. But everyone should be pretty satisfied with how they played. I know people would be disappointed a little bit, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope everyone enjoyed. It was a great tournament, or it is a great tournament to be in, and hope everyone enjoyed.
Yeah, 100%. I'm extremely happy to have hosted it. I want to do a lot more of these in the future. If anyone is not super aware of me, I do most of the SM64 commentary for a lot of the bigger stuff, like for GSA and ESA, whenever they got some stuff going on. Second tournament I've hosted. I try to do a pretty good job with those, and I want to do more as well. But in order to do that, I'm actually going to need a little bit from you, chat. I'm going to need a little bit from you, and that is to go over to YouTube and give me a follow. Trying to monetize YouTube a bit. Also, if you have any primes in there, you can give me some primes. That'd be awesome to help finance some of this stuff as well. Oh, awesome! Oh, look, Padronis has a prime. What's he going to do with it? We'll find out maybe. But any primers in chat, we'll find out. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of labor of love, but it is really fun, and I want to do more. So subscribing to YouTube is all I'm really asking you to do. Anything else is up to you. But 1,000 subscribers on YouTube is monetization. I have all of the round 1 matches up there already. We'll start putting these next quarterfinals matches on there tomorrow. They'll start premiering, and we'll see. We'll see what can happen as far as YouTube goes. But if I can start monetizing some stuff, we could have a lot more events like this, and I want to ramp up maybe the tournament scene, get some more people involved. So that would be, that would be fantastic. That's my goal. That is my 100% goal. Get some money going to be able to pour back into the community. Maybe Mr. Beast style. But would be fantastic if you guys could do that. Click that link. But for the self-promo, that's going to do it. Real quick, Twitter as well. That's where I've been kind of updating everyone as far as the schedule goes. Challenge doesn't work with this format. This is a brand new format that I've created with the lifetime attack and everything. So I'm creating all the visuals and stuff as I go. So Twitter, I released that. Discord as well if you want to join there. But that's, I think, going to do it if you want to keep up with the action. The next match will be Group X, as you can see on the screen here, is the last one. Bottom 2, Y and W, both ran today. We are done with those. And Group X, Kano, Gamiru, Cheese as the top seeds with 2 Porridge, LXQ Zach, and Von Jim, all of which just as talented as these people you saw here. And that is, if there's a stacked race in the quarterfinals, Group X is the stacked race that is yet to be played. So that will be playing next week. TBD on the time as of right now, but looking at Monday, looking at about a week from now. So please have an eye out for that match. But I think that's it. Badronis, thank you so much for the sub. I just saw the prime. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Please shout yourself out. Where can people find you? What do you do?
Yeah, I mostly run the game, but I'm also trying to get more involved with some of these community events and stuff. One thing I did a couple months ago, or like a month ago, is I did an SM64 Community Awards recap show for 2021. I'm going to try to make that a recurring theme. And I want to try a lot of new things this year. So I stream on Twitch. I do work normie hours, so like it's kind of hard for me to stream a lot during the weekdays, but I will try to, and I usually stream on the weekends. And currently doing some 120 right now, trying to get my time up and catch up with all the whiz kids like Callie who are just flying by. So it's a tough time out there, but we'll stay strong. And if you'd like to support, I'd appreciate it. But no hard feelings either way. So yeah, thanks for having me. Always fun. And can't wait for next time.
Yeah, same here. Thank you so much for being here. Always enjoy doing this stuff, especially with some of my friends in the SM64 community. And everyone's always seems to be happy and willing to help. So I really do appreciate it. Some more labor of love here from the commentating side of stuff, definitely, with all the stuff happening. But that's going to do it for us here at the 16-Star Showdown. Until next time with Group X, I believe that is going to do it. So I hope everyone has a good night. I hope everyone does end up following the tournament. And I'm going to continue streaming. I'm going to do some 120 runs here in just a bit.
And let that Dasky raid go to waste.
Yeah, Dasky got a couple raids, actually. It was really awesome. But that's going to do it for me. I'm going to sign off here. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate you. And everyone, have a good night.
Ooh, 10 gift subs. Holy shit.
Oh, 10 gift subs. Thank you so much. Holy crap. Rashid, thank you so much for the 10. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's a lot of money. Holy crap.
Star, you ain't gotta go far. About 15 minutes from there to the start. I got invitationals for the skills of the stars, and I'll invite you too if your skills are on par. Ouija.
Oh, that was so close, but he's got it. This is Manamo Cycle.
Is that cheese?
It's less than a second. She should have it though.
Green Sweegie.
Green Sweegie to first place.
Where's the competition? Don't you see they're in your spot? Go up there and take it. That is, if you can. I'll invite all the top players and entice upcoming gamers. Come along, all you spectators, and 6-4, no emulators. I don't mean to be exclusive, but the lag is so intrusive. Players come to test their skill, but that's a mountain, not a hill. You'll have 99 minutes to complete your objective. Defeating Sky Bowser, yes, of course it's effective. Reset every run or beat every single one. Please come enjoy all the fun. There's still time, one more last run. Gamiru and Kano came all the way from Japan.
He's gonna clip again.
Oh, we got a first.
We got Benji 2 and GTM.
Didn't catch there. Goes for pass, long jump.
Is that slippery?
That's a close throw, but he got it. He got it.
If you wanna see them bleed, 16 stars is what you'll need. It's the showdown of your life. Sit right there and watch the strife. If you watch and do not run, it will even be more fun. All these gamers going at it will make you into fanatics. Got world records and performers. Save the frames and cut the corners. Lots of money on the line. Better hope you're in your prime. Sit right there and watch the screen. A few quick stars all we need. Don't mess up or over squeeze. That's a ground pound. Mario, please. It's a 16-star showdown. I invited everyone. You better not miss it. Now who's ready to play?